TV.
Welcome to Grey County Life. I'm J.C. Coutts.
I'm Sarah Carmichael. Joining us on the program today, we'll have Joachim Ostertag to talk about an upcoming Earth Day event happening here in Grey and Bruce. We also will be speaking to Rhonda Mitchell from the Billy Bishop Museum about their upcoming Fire and Ice Gala. And Renee will be joining us from the Owen Animal Shelter with an adoptable animal that is looking for a forever home.
Going to be a fun one today.
Always is.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There's so many activities that are going to be coming up in the next couple of months. I am sure that people are already booking time off, right? So that they can make sure that they're at these different events. I know that, the Fire and Ice Gala is May 4th. There's probably 8 events going on May 4th. I've been realizing. The Bright Shores Foundation Celebration Hockey Tournament. That's going on May 4th. And I was recently speaking to Chris Doyle from the foundation, and he said, yes, they're still taking teams. They're encouraging more registrations, and people actually have until April 26th to apply and put in a team, which is 7 players. So it's a goalie and 6 players. It is a 3-on-3 tournament, and you're guaranteed 3 games. So I was getting all the details. And he said, the more creative, the better with the team names.
Yes.
They've had some pretty funny ones submitted already. So yeah, I was trying to think up what would be a funny ball hockey tournament team name, but I just am not that creative. I've also never been in a ball hockey tournament, so I don't know.
The key for me is it's a lot like, I think, creating your fantasy football team name, and that you're looking for maybe some sort of a play, a pun for sure, but it also has to be appropriate. And most of what has entered my mind, I cannot say here. So,
well, one that really made me laugh was the We Love Hockey Moms team name.
Oh, it's a good one.
I laugh every time I've been at the Owen Attack games, walking around the building and see kids with their shirts saying, like, I love hockey moms. And these kids are like 9. And I'm like, I hope you love hockey moms, because your mom is a hockey mom. So I hope that you love your mom, even though, I know what they mean by their shirts. But anyway.
Speaking of hockey, how have you been keeping yourself busy without the Attack?
I know. I was just talking to my friend, Cubby, actually. Like literally before I came here, I saw Cubby, and basically we had the same conversation. Like, what do we do now with our time? Like, what do people do on Saturday nights if they're not at the hockey game? And so we're trying to kind of figure that out and making a bit of a plan to get together so that we can, make the most of having the time free. But yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are feeling that right now, that the Attack are done with their season. They're like, now what do I do? And of course, there's been some moves as well. I mean, Connor Smith played for the San Diego Gulls.
That's right.
He got himself a goal last week, which is pretty cool. And then, of course, it was announced that Colby Barlow is going to be playing for the Manitoba Moose.
That's right.
So that's a big move for him. And the award barbecue is happening on Saturday, May 26th.
Oh, they've got the date. Perfect.
Yes. Yeah. So they just announced that, and that's going to be happening at the Bay Shore. So it might be, your last chance to see some of these players before they go off to their next destinations. And it's an opportunity to, shake their hands, get their autograph if you want one, and just celebrate, the year that the team had. So tickets are on sale. I believe it's $20 for an adult ticket, $10 for kids. And again, that's Saturday, May 26th. You can go to tickets.attackhockey.com to buy your barbecue awards ticket for that day. I think it'll be a good time. I do believe Cubby will be there.
Oh, yeah. I know. Cubby can't miss something like that. Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully it's not too much of a warm day for Cubby.
It gets rather warm inside.
Bears are warm. Yeah.
Inside the building, walking around with all that fur, definitely. But so what about you? You would work the games too. Like, what are you doing on Saturdays now?
I have, much to the chagrin of my wife, started to fill my schedule with more hockey. So I ended up doing some junior games down in Hanover. Congratulations to the Hanover Barons, by the way. Last week they won the Pollock Division Finals. So still a lot of hockey being played around the area, and I'm starting to see pictures of some some minor hockey teams that are getting into their year-end tournaments, which is very exciting. But aside from that, really, just kind of looking ahead to the summer, looking ahead to making some plans. I don't know, did it hit 20 degrees here last week? Because it did down in Wingham area. It hit 20 degrees, and I'm like, normally this doesn't happen till June. And it happened in April.
It came very close. I don't know that it hit 20, but it was very close. And I mean, even the past couple of weekends have been decent weather-wise. I came to realize that I've never seen more dogs. Like, I was talking to Ryan about this, and I was like, I was walking our dogs the other day, and I'm seeing dogs I've never seen before. And I'm like, oh, it's because the weather's nice, so people are more inclined to take their dogs for walks, or longer walks, or maybe go a little bit farther than just the usual around the block, you know? So that's kind of one of the perks for me with the warmer weather, is that I get to see more dogs.
Isn't that great?
I'm not mad about it.
No, it's an awesome byproduct of the nice weather. Yes.
Yeah. And I took my dog, speaking of, I took my dog to Kelso Beach the other night. We went for a nice walk. Ryan was out on the boat fishing, so he had our other dog with him. I took our dog, our yellow dog, younger one, for a walk over to Kelso. I decided to let him go for a swim. He took off chasing birds that were floating on the water, like seagulls, geese, you name it. He was gone. I thought he was swimming out to the bay. Like, I thought he was gone. And so here I am standing at the beach area, Kelso Beach, screaming at my dog because he is gone. And I'm like, immediately panicking, right? I'm like, okay, well, what happens if he keeps swimming? Will Ryan have to get him with his boat? Like, if he's out in the bay? Like, thankfully, something clicked in his brain. I guess he finally heard me, and he did come back to me. But there was a solid, like, probably 4 or 5 minutes where I thought this dog was gone.
Yeah.
So lesson learned.
Yeah.
If there's birds around, don't let the dog that has those instincts out free into the water.
Yeah, that would be hilarious though. If just one day Ryan's out on the boat with Remy, and all of a sudden Wesley just paddles up like, "Where did you come?
Yeah.
How did you find us?"
I would never live that down.
That's a heck of a sense of smell, man.
I know.
gotta give credit where it's due.
I know. But yeah, definitely lots of dog walking going on these days. I'm sure for you too.
Oh yeah, the dog park in Port Elgin has been just jammed with the sunlight, and probably be heading there this afternoon. But in the meantime, we got a busy show today. Speaking of dogs, maybe we'll have one with Renee when she comes by. We're not sure yet. You'll be just as surprised as us at the end of the show today. Plus, we're also going to chat with the Billy Bishop Museum, learn more about the upcoming Fire and Ice Gala, and Earth Day coming up here in Owen Sound. We'll learn more about that coming up next. Stay tuned. It's another busy episode of Grey County Life here on Rogers TV.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
These days at your local Legion, we're marching to the beat of a different drum. On a mission to support veterans, to have fun, and to welcome everyone to our ranks. You don't have to be a veteran to join the Legion. And as a member, you'll join thousands of others serving our veterans, our communities, and our country. Oh yeah, and our Member Perks program will save you thousands on shopping, dining, products, and services across the country. Join us at legion.ca.
Was that 4 or 5? He's lost count and still thinks he can drive. Do you think he knows that when he is caught and charged with impaired driving, he'll lose his license and a lot more? If he gets in his car, he'll face costs exceeding $20,000. Does he realize he could have a criminal record for his choice to drive? And it could be much worse if he crashes. Wonder what he'll be thinking tomorrow.
Have a Holden one at 15.
Visit ArriveAlive.org to find out more. Arrive Alive. Drive sober.
Every year, dozens of Canadians are killed or seriously injured because they take risks around railway tracks. Talk to your loved ones about rail safety. Visit StopTrackTragedies.ca.
Welcome back to Grey County Life. We're preparing for Earth Day here in Grey Bruce, and our guest today knows a lot about Earth Day. Joachim Ostertag is here. Hello, sir. How are you today?
Oh, I'm great. And how are you?
Very good. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, so much going on with Earth Day. First of all, let's talk about this poster that you just handed us. You were telling us that this poster was actually designed as a result of a poster design contest.
Yes, we did a second year this year, having a poster design contest for students at all schools in Grey and Bruce. And we had over 40 submissions. And this one was by Sophia Mikes. And it's very beautiful, like just the flow of things, and it's inviting. And then one of our group members, the planning group members, Kat Scott, she designed the overall poster. But it's very beautiful, and we got really interesting posters. And that's a great thing about the poster contest, because children of like up to kind of 12 years old, they put all kinds of stories into this artwork, and stories about animals, about plants, things that they're concerned about. Some wrote all kinds of things on it, right? Mm-hmm. Not very great for a poster, but great to read. Yeah. And actually, on the day of the event, of the Earth Day event, on the 20th of April, we'll run all the posters on a PowerPoint show at the Tom Thompson Art Gallery. So we have all of them there, and it's really neat to see, because it tells us the story about our Earth, what we want to celebrate, what's worth saving, and what's important to all of us, mm-hmm. from a children's view, children's perspective.
Right.
And they're so right on, right? It's very clear.
Yeah, they know what's going on.
Yeah.
They're very astute, for sure. And yeah, that's a great point. Putting out a poster contest like that is, you get to see sort of what these individual students are, specifically concerned with.
Yeah, what's important for them. And what's important for them is important for all of us. Mm-hmm. And children are the future. Now, they have to live with the consequences of climate change, right, and all environmental degradation and the impacts on ecosystems. And they know that. They know it intuitively. The neat thing is they come from a point of hope. So as we often say, well, maybe not, it's too late, or it's not really great, it's inconvenient. Kids don't talk about inconvenience or convenience, they just say it as it is, right? There's a problem. What do we do with the problem? We solve it, right? Mm-hmm. We do all we can to solve it. Although they don't have the power to do these things, but they speak the language, and they tell us as adults what's important. So if we care for our kids, mm-hmm. if we care for the future, and then it's really important that we listen.
Yeah, absolutely. And putting on events like this is especially beneficial for the kids, so they can get out and speak to like-minded individuals and learn about ways that they can do something, right? The mm-hmm. idea of hosting these events is to kind of spread awareness. So tell us about Earth Day Grey Bruce. What is the plan for that day?
Yeah, so this year it'll be on 1st Avenue West. It used to be at the farmers market over the last few years. We couldn't do it anymore. Okay. And that's actually a fantastic opportunity, because it's closed between 8th and 9th Street, mm-hmm. Where the bridges are. Okay. So it's closed, so we can have things on the road. So it starts at 11 o'clock with a water ceremony with Shirley John, an elder mm-hmm. from Sorgin, who you probably know. Yep. She does lots of ceremonies here. Yes,
she's very much out in the community.
Yeah, which is so important, as part of reconciliation, truth and reconciliation. Mm-hmm. So that will be at the waterfront behind the bench. And then we have ongoing live performances at the bench. Yeah. With local musicians. So that's actually, the water ceremony starts at 11 o'clock, and then from 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock is the main fair. And so we have the concerts, and we have performances at the bench, poetry, and at the St. Andrew's gym, mm-hmm. that will be kind of where the fair will happen, the Earth Fair. Okay. So we have all kinds of groups and individuals who show showcase their initiatives and projects. So it's about gardening, about tree planting, it's about healthier living, it's about different forms of living with a smaller footprint. So there's lots of stuff going on. We also have face painting, which we always have, which is always
popular.
Super popular. They will be always very busy. They work the whole time. And things about nature around here. So the Bruce Trail will be represented. The field naturalists will be there. So all kinds of things where everybody can ask questions. How can I do this? Where can I go to for that? How can I get help? How can we do things different? Because many people feel quite helpless in what to do. And often it's important to have a first step, even if it's a small step, you know. And that's so neat about the children's art. So just blending a plant, you know. Yeah, we also talk about pollinator gardens, which you might have heard about. Pollinator gardens are really important parts of our ecosystem, which are kind of degrading. We have concrete, we have manicured lawns and so on. They have pollinator gardens for all kinds of insects that pollinate those plants, but also other plants, and they're usually native plants from this area. So you can learn how to do that, because it sounds intimidating, right? If somebody says, okay, you should do a pollinator garden.
Yeah, I'm not much of a gardener. So
exactly. I
wouldn't know where to start.
Yeah, I don't want to get my fingers dirty, right? I don't know how to do this. But there are many ways to do it, and there are lots of initiatives, and that's the neat thing about this day too. You can talk to people who do these things. So not everybody does everything. Like the world is too big a place to do everything.
Yeah.
But if you don't do nothing, that's not good either. So that's why I'm doing this. Yeah. And then we have stuff on the street. We will have hopefully a not too rainy day. So there will be street art. Like we already bought lots of chalk. So kids and adults can do all kinds of chalking on the chalk up First Avenue. That's what I call it. Yeah. And then at the Thompson Art Gallery, there are two things happening. The first thing, I think I mentioned it before, we'll have a slideshow of all the poster entries from the students. Yeah. But the main thing is that they show, which is called Upcycling Tom, which is already on there, which was a collaborative project between the Tom Art Gallery, Cabot Sarawak School, and the Waste Watcher group from Owen Sound.
Yeah, I saw that. They had like a little bit of an opening event. Yeah. I saw photos of all the families and the kids, because basically the kids were tasked with recreating a Tom Thompson picture, painting, but using all recycled materials.
Yeah. When I heard it the first time, I thought, I don't think what that will look like. And it's actually fascinating. They did an amazing job. So they used recyclable material, and they use it's based on the famous painting of the Northern Lights. Right. So it's incredible how they solved that. It's a problem, right? How to do this with plastic bottles and stuff like that and buttons. And it looks amazing from a distance. It looks really, really great. I mean, everybody recreated a different form of looking at it. So that is happening there too, and it's worth watching. Again, it gives children an opportunity to actually be aware of, you know, what do we throw away and what can we do. Like we can do different things with different materials. Yeah, and we know that a lot of stuff that's being recycled doesn't actually go into recycling eventually. It'll go into some landfill site, or it goes to Asia or somewhere, or to India, or often into the ocean. And kids are aware of that too. They don't want those plastic bottles in the ocean. Yeah, we got one drawing from a child. It was so touching. It was a turtle, and over the turtle's head is a plastic bag, right? So there are two options. The one side is the turtle with the plastic bag, and the other one is a turtle in a beautiful ecological system. Again, it gives kids different ways of speaking that language. And then at the library, we have all kinds of things happening. The library will have a table with books on the earth, and the biggest thing is in the atrium, which some people call the basement of the library. We have ongoing things happening. You might have heard about the repair cafe.
Yeah, I was actually
Georgian
just reading
Bluffs.
about that. Yeah, with the township.
Yeah, Georgian Bluffs, they organized it. It's an amazing project. The first one was last month, and there were so many people. It was shocking. I came in there. It was just full. People come with sweaters, with bicycles, with radios, with lots of lamps, electrical stuff that's easy to fix.
Okay.
And they were really happy, you know. People come in, go out with a lamp, and it works.
Yeah.
So they are showcasing that, and then we have students showcasing their climate action projects, which they decided to work on at the last Youth Climate Action Conference in November. So all kinds of schools work on all kinds of projects. And we will see how that works. As you know, working with students, you also work with the parents, and we will see what happens on a Saturday morning. But there's students involved in it, and you talk to the Cabell Sarawak students. They are
the
an
eco
amazing
team are
school.
Very passionate.
Yeah, I'm a real fan of that school now. I will go this afternoon because they work on all kinds of different projects all the time. So they will be there, and then we'll have a dance performance there and a theatrical performance, which is just written for that. It's a world premiere by a group from Meaford, and I forgot something, and I can't remember now. There's something else at the if you
the youth panel
at the program here.
Yeah. It's a busy day.
It is a very busy day.
Actually, the youth panel will be there, which is actually one of the central pieces. So that will be there. We also have a puppet show, which might be at the library, or it may be at St. Andrews. Depends where it sounds better.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see it's actually more festival than it is just on Earth Day.
Right.
And it kind of gets bigger as we speak about it.
Yeah, more and more stuff gets added on as people contact you and reach out to the planning committee.
And the biggest thing I forgot, you know what I forgot?
What? The parade.
The parade,
yes,
exactly.
The parade. Everyone loves a parade.
Yeah, the parade will be at the end.
Okay.
Actually, before the parade, we have the youth bands. So in the morning we have bands, then we have the parade. At the beginning we have music, and then the parade, which is about 3/4 of an hour going around the river to City Hall and coming back.
Okay.
And that's always the big thing, right? People can bring their masks. That would be really great. We didn't have a mask making workshop this year, but people have masks from before. They can bring them. But there will be, on the day off, there will be a little workshop there where people actually can make masks very quickly.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of masks? Like animals and stuff like that?
Yeah, some animal masks. I think they will be mostly birds, if I understand right. Birds or fish.
Okay.
Yeah, Ron Switzer is doing it. He's a real specialist in mask making. He's fantastic. So people actually who come, they can make a mask there.
Yeah.
And then they can go on to the parade. They also can bring noisemakers. They can do all kinds of things. Costumes.
Yeah, if you've got like a raccoon onesie or something, wear that.
Yeah, wear whatever. Yeah.
Whatever woodland creature you want to portray.
Exactly. Again, it portrays kind of our connection to things and animals that we care about. So that would be great. And then after the parade, we have the youth bands. A student from the high school, Olive Borowski, she's organizing that. So there's about 3/4 of an hour to an hour youth concerts going on.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many people are part of the planning committee? Because there appears to be a lot of moving parts here.
About 6 or 8.
Okay.
And some are more central than others. So some look more into the financial stuff and fundraising, right. and some. We have a really great volunteer coordinator. He does it since the beginning, since 2-3 years now. Which is actually, once you look into it, it's a big thing, right?
Yeah.
There are so many moving parts, and we want to go as smoothly as possible, and it will, because we are quite experienced now.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
So some people come to everything, and some people just come to one thing. I really hope that. I know it'll work great. Doesn't matter what the weather's about.
Yeah.
It's called Earth Day, right?
Yeah.
So Earth Day, it doesn't matter if it snows, if it rains, if it's a storm, because if it's too stormy, we can do some things inside. Oh, it's sunny like today, right?
Yeah.
People could come in their shorts.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Let's say that you're somebody that's, you've seen all the stories now about the environment and climate, and you're like, you know what? It's time I start making some changes. If I were to come to the Earth Day Festival here in Grey Bruce in Owen Sound, would I get tips on like how to live a better, greener, more ecological friendly life? Would there be vendors, things like that there that would be able to help me with information?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
So, and it might not be that you get that answer that leads you forward, but you might get connections, or you might get information about where you can find information, because it's so vast, right? One thing that I actually want to talk about was community is such an important part. Coming together, because we can't do it on our own. And if we want to save that world on our own, it's not possible, right?
Yeah.
By me planting a tree, so what's that? So that was so great about the Cabot Sarawak students, they now decided to talk to a larger audience, which is really, really important. And the neat thing about this is, and we notice it every time we do it, the Earth Day, people come together, they talk about stuff, they feel good with each other. Because if we don't have a sense of a community where we feel safe, where we feel listened to, and I can listen to other people, and we can talk about ideas, nothing will happen. So community is actually the first step to make change. So we are planning to have some community tables, so where people could sit around and discuss certain things. We can have a table about active transportation. That means, we don't need to sit in a car. We can walk, we can bike, we can do all kinds of things. So we have that, or we have things about maybe alternative ways to heat your house. So there are lots of questions about it, and to lead people, who could they ask? Or you can think about solutions. We have one table, it's really great. It's in a collaboration with the Climate Action Team in Georgian Bluffs and the Climate Action Team Owen Sound, Coutts. It's a big wheel, and it's called the Climate Wheel, or What to Do Wheel. And so you can spin it, and then you find certain cards, what you can do about, how to learn about things. First thing, we need to know about it, right? If you don't know about it, we don't see it. How to see things, how to make maybe small steps, how to connect with nature. Like, it's very difficult to connect with nature, but sometimes that small step, to see the flower that grows through the crack in the asphalt, that's already something, right? Or to go on Bruce Trail. Like, there are lots of things to do. And many people are also intimidated by nature around. It's kind of strange, right, that relationship? But when we do it, we realize it's actually not so difficult. So community makes many things easier, and we feel comfort in the community. We can feel good in the community, and we can see that actually together we can make some change.
If you have any desire to be involved in a television program, this is the place, and it's been very rewarding for me. I'm a sports fan first and foremost, and get a chance to observe the local groups that take involved has been just absolutely dynamite for me, and it's meant a lot that I've been able to see a lot of these kids develop as hockey players, and some of them have moved on, some of them have gone to college, whatever. Same with football, just a chance to be involved, primarily a little bit on the outside of the sporting events that go on in the city. It's been great. I think the best thing is the fact is that Rogers Television in Owen Sound, or probably across the province, is community minded, and they provide a lot of entertainment and information that is pertinent to Owen Sound and the area. So it is an honor and a privilege to be part of that organization.
Join us on the next episode of Grey County Life. We'll be learning more about the Art of Caring Gala.
Also, Amy McConaughey will be joining us from Grey Bruce Hospice to talk about the upcoming Hike for Hospice fundraiser. And Renee will be here from the Owen Sound Animal Shelter.
Are you the type who would keep going or stop? It's not easy to stop when you have an addiction. Legalizing cannabis won't stop addiction. It trivializes its consumption. Let's be vigilant. If you need help, visit portage.ca.
Welcome back to Great County Life. Now joining us in studio from the Billy Bishop Museum is Rhonda Mitchell. Hi, Rhonda.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Busy?
Thank you for having me. Yes, very busy.
Of course, we're happy that you were able to make some time to come and join us because, you know, the Billy Bishop Museum is such an important part of the community. It's such a hot spot for people to go and learn about the history of Billy Bishop and his life and to celebrate that. Plus, of course, you guys run some great events. Now,
Yes.
I know that coming up in this month, we've got the spring tea. So is there still tickets available for that?
There is. There's only a few left for that.
Okay.
The spring tea and the Mother's Day tea, that are also coming. It's also coming up in May. There's only a few tickets left, so if anybody's wanting to attend,
get on it.
Get on it. Yes.
Yeah, so the spring tea's on April 23rd, and there'll be tea and kind of like finger foods and stuff in the garden.
No, actually,
is it
no.
inside?
No, it's inside.
Okay.
It's inside. Both teas will be inside.
Okay, perfect.
The spring tea is a tea and lunch.
Okay.
So that's sandwiches, some tarts, desserts.
Right.
And the Mother's Day tea is a tea and dessert. So it's tea with a whole bunch of array of desserts.
Yeah.
And both of them are served with our very own Billy's Blend tea.
Yeah, I know that's a popular one. And can people actually buy it as well?
Yes. Yep.
Right, okay, because if they wanted to stop by, they could actually just buy a bag of the Billy's Blend. You should get that. You like tea.
I was just going to say, are you allowed to say what the Billy's Blend is, or is that like a trade secret?
No. It's got maple, orange, rose petals. It's a black Ceylon tea.
Okay.
And people really like it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm constantly having to order it in for the gift shop. So.
Okay.
Oh yeah, people come in all the time just to buy the tea at the gift shop.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, you'll have to get some because he's a tea drinker. I'm not. He's a tea drinker.
I
But
do love tea. I'll have to stop on the way home and get some.
Yeah.
Gift shop's open today?
Oh yes,
Okay.
from 12 to 4.
Good to know.
Perfect. There you go. Perfect. So, yeah, the Mother's Day tea is on Mother's Day, Sunday, May 12th. And as she said, tickets are going really quickly for both of those. So if you are interested, billybishopmuseum.org. Now, there's also tickets going fast for the very much popular Fire and Ice Gala. Now, this is happening at the Best Western on Saturday, May 4th.
Correct.
So for anybody who's not really familiar with the event, tell us a bit about it.
This is a ladies' night out. It's a celebration of ladies getting together, networking.
Maybe getting a little crazy.
No, there's no crazy. No
I'm just
crazy.
kidding. I'm just kidding. Even if it was, I mean, it happens.
It's a lively night.
Right.
A lot of fun. The ladies have a tremendous amount of fun. Like, it's just everyone, I've never known anyone not to have a good time while they're there.
Right.
We have cocktail hour, so the ladies served hors d'oeuvres. There's a cash bar, they can get their drink, and there's silent auction in that same room. And they can check out all the wonderful donations from all local businesses. And then there's a sit-down dinner. And there's 3 choices that I'll send them out a meal form after they purchase their ticket. And there's 3 choices for them to choose from. And then there's dinner. After the dinner, there's desserts and fruits. And then after the dinner, there's the live purse auction.
Yes. So this is a very exciting one because there's a bit of a bonus in one of those purses, right?
Yes, that's the highlight. There will be a jewel piece. I never say what it is. I never guarantee what it is. From DC Taylor Jewelers. They have donated, normally it's a ring, but I never guarantee it.
Right.
Lois always surprises me.
Nice.
So the auction is, that jewel piece is in one of those purses, one of the 5 purses.
Okay.
And the ladies are bidding to win that jewel piece.
Yeah, they're hoping the purse that they bid on is the lucky one.
Yes.
I mean, they're all beautiful purses.
Yes.
Right? I mean,
Yes.
at the end of the day, they're all beautiful purses, but having the added excitement. And I've actually never been to the event, but I've been told about it by numerous people, and they say, you know, every time they bid, you know, they auction one of those purses off, and then they look and they, you know, they do a big reveal, and it's just exciting, and everybody's just happy for the person that ended up winning, right? At the end of the day.
Yes, it's very exciting. They dive right in there looking, you know. Inside there's an envelope, so they'll open their envelope, and either It's a gift certificate to somewhere.
Yeah.
Or congratulations.
You've won.
You've won.
The special piece from DC Tailors.
Yes.
That's awesome. So tickets are going quickly.
Yes.
I know that. So, but about what, halfway sold out, you said?
Yeah, about 50%.
Okay.
Which is normal. And then the last 3-4 weeks, suddenly I'll be selling out.
Right. And what is the cost for a ticket?
It's $80, or I'm sorry, it's $100 per person, and it's a maximum of 8 per table, is what it is. So if you do want 2 tables, you will have to go online and purchase twice.
Right.
That way, it's 8 at a table, so that we have enough room for everybody to sit, and just, it's comfortable, and people can mingle, move around.
Right. Is it assigned seating?
It is.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Good to know.
And like I said, I will send out the meal forms, and I'll find out who's all sitting at your table and find out what you want to eat. That way, of course, when the servers are serving, they know what plate goes to who where.
Right. Yeah. Do you do like a little a chicken or something on their name plate if they ordered chicken or something like that?
No,
It's
Best
a color?
Western, their staff is amazing.
Okay.
I will send them the list,
Yeah.
the assigned seating, and it's amazing. Their staff, they know which table, and they'll give the servers.
Yeah.
Say one table they want the fish,
Right.
but everyone else is chicken. Well, what they'll do is I'll tell them who's got the fish, and then when the servers go to that table, they'll say, "Are you Sarah?" And yes, this plate's for you. So it has a little personal touch, sometimes.
Yeah. No, I
Things
just
like that.
I ask because I've worked in banquets before, and so when I worked weddings, that's what they would often do on their name. If they put their names on it, they would put it would be like a red dot to indicate that they were having the beef.
Yeah.
Like an orange dot if they were having the chicken, or even like literally like a sticker of a chicken on their name, so that we as the servers would know. Here you are, here you are, here you are. How many chickens to bring out and like stuff like that. Anyway,
They're amazing. Like they have the list, and it's just a well-oiled working machine behind the scenes between the kitchen.
Oh,
and
it's
the
chaos
servings.
behind the scenes. I can tell you that.
Oh well, we don't
I
see
worked
it. We
there.
don't see it. Yeah, we don't see it out there. But I'm telling you, they bring it out, and it just goes, and it's smooth, and everybody gets served because they start with their salad.
Okay.
And then they get the main course, and then they get to choose their own desserts.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll bring out a big table of desserts, and ladies get to go up and pick whatever and there's everything you can think of there.
Yeah.
And each table this year, what we're changing a little bit different this year, the ladies used to, when they arrived at between 6 and 7, were given a glass of complimentary wine. What we're doing this year is there will be a bottle of white and red on each table, and they can serve themselves during their meal.
Okay.
Is what we're going to do, and that's complimentary.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, the Best Western Inn on the Bay, of course, going to be hosting the event once again. And tickets going fast. I mean, I'm not surprised to hear that because I know it's a popular event.
It is.
As I said, I've never been, but I've heard from lots of people how much fun it is. Quite a few people that I work with have gone in the past few years, and they're always like, "Oh my gosh, you missed such a hoot!" And I'm like, I'm hoping to not miss it this year. But the only thing is that I think I got to check with them, see if they're going. Because then I'm like, I have someone to go with.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's intimidating to just kind of show up by yourself.
No, if you come by yourself, because tickets, I have people that buy just 2 tickets, some that just buy 4. You're not required to purchase a whole table of 8.
Right.
If it's just you and your friend, you and your mom, you're treating her, whatever, I will put you together and you introduce yourselves and you make new friends.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I might score myself a sweet new purse.
And some bling.
Some bling.
Possibly.
Exactly. And of course, it's all in support of the Billy Bishop Museum, right?
Yes.
At the end of the day, this is a fundraiser. It's a major fundraiser for you.
One of them, yes.
And what does this money go towards? Like, is there something specific, or is it sort of general operation?
No, it can be very specific. A lot of people don't realize the Billy Bishop Museum is not city or municipal run museum. We're a nonprofit organization, so we have to raise our own funds through fundraising, a lot of grant writing, donations. So the money that's raised from the Fire and Ice Gala, it goes towards keeping our collection in good, proper, standards.
Right.
It has to be cared for. That means air control. That means buying specific artifact boxes to store. Some of these boxes cost $100 each. And you have to store this stuff. We have 6 storage areas within the museum itself. So everything has to be stored properly. So there's air control. That costs money. That's hydro. We have to pay those bills. We have to pay, like Gloria always says, we have to pay to keep the lights on.
Yeah.
And then there's our artifact database, and that costs money. It's called Past Perfect, and it's almost $2,000 American a year to run this site.
Wow.
And that's everything that we have. We have to upload it into this system, and it goes live. People can click on it and see what we have in storage, information about where we got it from, a timepiece, like the time period it's from. We have uniforms storage. These are World War I and World War II uniforms that we have in storage. So we have to keep everything air controlled to do stuff like that. The Past Perfect and operational costs,
Yeah.
it costs a lot of money.
Yeah, I would imagine you're right that a lot of people didn't realize that it's not funded, by the city, because it is such a great part of the community, an important, tourist stop. And
It is. Yeah, and it's amazing. Before COVID, and it's slowly starting to happen again. How many people would come from England to visit? They come over here for a trip, and they have to stop at the Billy Bishop Museum. Billy Bishop is very revered in England.
Right.
He spent a lot of time there.
Yep.
So when they come, they have to stop at the Billy Bishop. And we get a lot of people from Toronto coming up, coming through. A lot of visitors.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
You mentioned that there's going to be a silent auction table.
Yes.
Is there still opportunities for businesses if they want to donate something for the table to get through?
Oh, absolutely. The more, the better.
More the merrier.
Yes.
Yeah, you're not going to turn it down. You're
No,
like,
I'm not going to turn it down. Absolutely not. No.
That's awesome.
That's yeah.
Perfect. And if they are interested, they just can either email you or call you at the museum and make the arrangements?
Oh yes, absolutely. Yeah. If we have time, I also would like to talk about our 2 new exhibits.
Yes, absolutely.
This is another reason we have to fundraise.
Right.
Putting exhibits together costs money. Those panels, display cases, all the print material, anything we might have to loan, if there might be an insurance attached to it, anything like that. So it costs money, and I apologize, I have to read. I'm not the curator.
That's okay.
We do have a new curator. Her name is Morgan Woodhouse. She started in October, and she has hit the ground running.
Yeah.
Her first week, we had 3 high school visits.
Wow.
And by the time November was done, she had done 7 school groups.
Wow.
She's already had 4 already in the last 2 weeks, I believe. And we do a lot of education
Right,
and
which is
community
great.
outreach.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's free for schools.
Okay.
Yeah. So you just get a hold of Morgan at the museum, and she'll set that up, and it's a personal tour. And
Yeah, I remember touring it when I was younger.
yeah, and they also have activities. Mystery Soldier is one of them. The students, it's amazing to watch them because everything written back then was handwritten. So they're reading and they're going, I don't know what this, they can't read it because they haven't been taught handwriting, and that's not their fault.
No.
So they find it very interesting to go through these, information from back in the war, how people wrote, the information that was taken, and there's an exercise, and that's what they do when they come.
Wow.
Yeah, and they discuss all that.
A little more detail than in a text message back in those letters, eh?
And the cursive, what is that?
Yeah, the cursive, they find it amazing.
Right.
Because back, way back when.
That's how they communicated.
The cursive would have been 100 times better than what we would do today ourselves.
Oh, like it was like the penmanship
Yes.
was like art.
Yes.
Like, even because they'd use like the leather, or not the leather, the feather like pens with the ink, and it was like they were like writing calligraphy basically.
Yeah,
which
so
was really
it's
cool.
amazing for even us to read it when we get documents and to see the handwriting. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
So we have 2 new exhibits coming in, being set up, and they'll be done, they should be in May, be open for the public at the end of May. And the first one is In Their Steps and Through Their Eyes. It's a collaboration between Billy Bishop Museum and the Meaford Museum, Owen Sound District Secondary School, and Georgian Bay Community School. It commemorates the 80th anniversary of the D-Day landing. And while preparing for the school trip to France to visit the Second World War sites, students from both schools performed research on 9 Owen Sound and 6 Meaford locals who took part in the invasion of Normandy. Each museum has prepared an exhibit around the research findings on the men's lives and service. The students will also contribute reflections on their trips to the exhibit, including the experiences of visiting the final resting place of many of the men they have been studying.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we do a lot of
That's very
collaboration with
moving.
the high schools. Co-curating, we're big on that. Like our current one is Ground Truth, and it was co-curated with Afghanistan veterans, and it tells their stories.
Wow.
And so we're big on, you know, co-doing this with people. And the other one is Crusaders Serving the World, Going to War with the Royal Canadian Air Force. And it marks the 100th anniversary of the RCAF, and that's a big celebration this year.
Yeah, I've been reading about that recently, actually.
Yeah, 100 years. Starting with the RCAF first head of recruitment, Billy Bishop, during Second World War, he was enlisted for recruitment for PR.
Okay.
You know, he was well known, so, and he loves the attention, Billy Bishop, and he loves to talk, and he loves war. So he was the right person for the job.
Yeah.
The exhibit highlights the story of 11 other local men and women who enlisted in Canada's Air Force during the Second World War. Featuring items belonging to each man and woman, the exhibit explores the air war from the experiences of members of the Grey County community.
Wow. Okay.
So we have stuff right now. Some of our artifacts are at Juno Beach in France, commemorating all of this. So our stuff is on exhibit over in France.
That's
we
so
had it
cool.
shipped over.
Yeah.
They asked us for it, knew we had it because of our artifacts online. They saw what we had, and
Incredible.
it's sitting over there.
Incredible. Well, of course, if people want to learn more about it, they can find Billy Bishop Home and Museum on Facebook or visit billybishopmuseum.org. Rhonda, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
I'm Carol Merton. Please join me for HealthLink, a program connecting home, community, and healthcare. Please join me and watch HealthLink on Rogers TV.
With clubs, leagues, and courts in every province and territory across Canada, squash is the sport for wall-to-wall fun, fitness, and friendship. From coast to coast to coast. Learn to play and you'll want to do it every day. Squash. Play inside the box.
Hey, it's Krista McKee here of Wandering Grey Bruce. I am so excited to bring to you the 5th season of the show. We're going to meet some very exciting and interesting people. Stay tuned. This season, we are going to Chantry Island, visiting southern Grey County to explore barn quilts, and we have an exclusive interview with the Coast Guard at Tobermory. So join me on Rogers TV.
I'm number 24, Tays Jordan.
And number 21, Harry Nancy.
Tune in to Attack Rap
on Rogers TV.
Welcome to Grey County Life. We may have a microphone get eaten before the conclusion of this segment, so let's hope that there's enough money in the budget to replace it. And we'll also welcome Renee from the Owen Sound Animal Shelter, who has brought not one but two furry little friends.
Puppies again. These two, only two, are representing a litter of 8. So perhaps you don't see something you like here, give us a call. There's more. I mean, this has been the year of the puppies. Holy smokes. We're actually not happy about that, but yay for puppies, because puppies are fun.
They're so fun.
These guys are, their mother was a lab and boxer. Dad is a mystery. I would say lab and boxer, because that's what I'm seeing. And that's possible too. We're not going to talk about that, but anything is possible. The litter of puppies, some are black, some are like this, and there's one that is all red in color, but this is a general idea of what you've got. There are 3 females. I do have with me 2 males. I should have looked better. I just grabbed, right? I should have brought one of each. I'm sorry, but you'll just have to trust me. They look like this.
Yep.
They are 8 weeks of age, and they've had their vaccines. They've been dewormed and defleed, and they have been started on dry food, which is great, and they're starting to go to the bathroom outside. All wins. They have been introduced to a crate, which you know we love crates. We love crate training. It saves so much work.
And your walls.
And it makes your dog happy. Yes, and your walls. It makes your dog happy. We do, of course, have crates to lend or give with puppies if that helps you. We certainly want you to be happy with your new addition. These guys, of course, again, with their vaccines, deworming, defleeing, they're not fixed. And we got to talk about that because we're really getting tired of seeing puppies. We love you. We love you. But we also get really sad. This, I think, is our 9th or 10th litter this year. That's a lot. And what is happening? People's dogs are having puppies. Of course, nobody's looking for dogs. Shelters are all full. We're glad we can take them because we certainly don't want bad things to happen to them. But come on, people, get your puppies, get your dogs fixed. There are low-cost spay-neuter programs.
Yes.
If you're having difficulty affording your surgeries, we get it. The price of vetting is way up. Call us. We can direct you to those low-cost places, significantly reducing the price. I think our closest low-cost is Georgian Triangle. Certainly give them a call. Additionally, Barrie, Kitchener. You might have to drive a little bit. It's worth it. And we're kind of begging you to do it because the puppy thing is getting out of control.
Speaking of out of control.
Yeah, out of control. Speaking of out of control, we're losing one over here.
We're
losing
oh my gosh.
Squirmy Hermie. 8 weeks is a great age. They're so busy.
They're so fun.
They're so busy.
Oh my goodness.
They're so fluffy.
It's great.
They're
They're so puppies. And these guys have been raised in a home. They've been around dogs, cats, kids, people coming and going.
Are you tired yet?
They've had all of those things, which is a very good start to life. And definitely no concerns with behavior or personality or aggression.
Is it because your brother's crying? Is that why you're
maybe? Do we want to put them together? Do we put them together? Will this help? I don't know. It could make it worse.
It could make it worse.
Okay, there we go. There.
It's going to be worse or better.
There. See, this is why I didn't bring 8. Could you imagine?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, yes, we'd never recover here.
Yeah, puppy party.
Could you imagine having 8 in your house? People, fix your pets, man. How did you do that?
Yeah.
Hi.
So many puppies.
Hey,
so many
puppies.
Oh my gosh.
Renee, if anybody is thinking about, you know what, maybe I'll breed my dog. Should we strongly advise against things like that?
Yeah, don't do it. I can tell you there was a time that probably would have made somebody some profit.
Yeah.
It's definitely not now. I will use the shelter as an example only, and we didn't have to feed these guys for the first 8 weeks of their life, thank goodness. But had we, that would have added to the cost. But a deworming, vaccination, and a vet checkover is $75 for this puppy. On top of that, then there's the microchipping, there's the deworming that we send home, the bag of food. Like, there's no profit. I mean, you are not going to get the deals we get if you're going to breed your dog. The price of keeping that dog alive costs more than the price you're ever going to get for them.
Yeah.
And the other piece to that is people are not purchasing dogs now. It's not happening. Large breed dogs in particular are in trouble, so don't do it. If you are considering doing it, maybe we recommend you come spend some time at the animal shelter, and perhaps you could look at the faces that are sitting there and then visit all the other shelters and see the same things. There are way too many dogs for the homes that there are. So, I mean, maybe take 2 puppies and fix them. That'd be great.
Yeah.
It's a crisis.
And also, it's
it is a
the
crisis.
amount of time.
Absolutely.
Right. That's why a lot of people aren't adopting, because, you know, because things are so expensive. They're working multiple jobs. They're working extra hours at their jobs, so they're not home.
Yeah.
And so it's not fair to a
This is a
dog
bad one.
if you're not going to be home, if you're not going to be, you know, able to care for them properly. Like, so people aren't adopting,
Absolutely.
which is good. I'm glad people aren't taking animals they can't take care of, but that's meaning that a lot of animals are not, you know, are not in high demand right now. But I mean, they're so cute. They're so cute. I get it, but it is a big commitment. I mean, we have 2 dogs, and there's 2 of us.
Yep.
Same with your household, 2 dogs and 2 of you, and it can feel like a lot sometimes.
Yep.
And just with working and everything.
Absolutely.
But yeah, there's a lot to think about, and of course, if you are not in a position to adopt, but you want to help, make a donation.
Yeah,
you know,
please
drop off
do.
a bag of dog food, or, you know, go and donate to their spay and neuter fund.
Take them for a walk.
Or walk dogs. They're always looking for people to help with walking. So if you want to spend just an hour with the dog, you can do that. There's lots. I mean,
come and play with puppies. How
play
fun
with
would
the
that
puppies,
be?
and I
How
mean,
fun
it's
would that
not
be?
just even at the Owen Sound Animal Shelter. There's multiple shelters in
We're
the area.
all busting at the seams.
microphone, buddy.
Just eating my hair now.
Hi, Hi.
But yeah, there's multiple shelters in the area and rescues that always need people to help with, you know, the upkeep, if you will. Yeah, all the things.
The things.
Day-to-day,
Your things, right?
You're so cute. Oh my gosh.
No, with the warmer weather, we are certainly, the dogs are happy to go out a lot longer than they were, so we are looking for more volunteers. To volunteer at the shelter, we only have one rule: you got to be 13, and if you're not 13, you got to bring somebody with you who's older than 13 who can account for you.
Yeah.
Because we don't babysit people.
Yeah.
It's an insurance thing.
Right.
Beyond that, what we recommend you do is call us a couple of days before you're interested in coming. We don't have to have a set schedule. In fact, it's better if we don't. The reality is dogs come and go quickly. By some fluke, we might not have a dog, or they've been out 10 times already today. You never really know, so we like to set it up schedulally last minute.
Okay.
Call us a couple days before. We book you in, you show up, you come hang out with dogs.
Perfect. Well, of course, if you are interested in that or interested in these puppies, you can call Renee at 519-372-1123. And of course, a big thank you, Renee, for bringing these squirmy puppies in to meet us. And thanks for joining us on Grey County Life.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
I did it. I need it.
The hero gave it.
And I am alive.
As an organ donor, you can save up to 8 lives and enhance the lives of 75 others. Please go to our website. Pledge a gift of life. You'll be glad you did.
Are you low on food? Struggling to pay the bills? Overwhelmed
overwhelmed by life's challenges. When you need support but don't know where to turn, just dial 211. 211 connects you to the programs or services near you.